Page 1122, we're going to talk about pages 17 through 24. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about it. It really is the history. And here's a place where science and history kind of go together. And so our ideas of what we believe today about science, actually we're just kind of trapped where we are in history. And we may learn, back to you, may learn in the next generation things that we don't know are true about some of these atomic models, and maybe the atomic model is going to be totally different 20 years from now than it even is today. I was talking to my dad, who is almost 90 years old, and he remembers taking chemistry and physics when he was in high school and college, and actually some of these models that we study right now in our PACEs had not yet been invented when he was in school. So things change, all right? And just kind of realize that as you're reading through there, that they're talking about taking a long period of time, condensing it to just a few pages, and explaining how new discoveries meant they had to change their model. So we can't actually see the atom. We don't have anything powerful enough to zoom in and see one atom and see exactly what its structure looks like. So a model is how we imagine that the atom looks, all right? The one that I have a favorite name, okay? The Thomson model was called the Plum Pudding model. And you say, that doesn't help me. I can't picture plum pudding. I know. My mom used to make some kind of a bread pudding that she would put raisins in. And I think that's kind of close to the idea of plum pudding. But here's one you can understand better. How about chocolate chip muffin? Okay? Picture a chocolate chip muffin where you have all these chocolate chips embedded in it. So you have the dough, which is the cake part, and that would be the, now I got to look at it real quick to see, is that the positive or the negative part? Where was the model? Oh, there it is on page 19. He pictured the atom as negatively charged electrons embedded in the positive. So the positive would be like the cake part, and the negative electrons are like chocolate chips embedded into it. So instead of the plum pudding model, I like to call it the chocolate chip muffin model. Anyways, it helps you visualize. That's the whole point. It's supposed to help you visualize it. It gets more complicated. I would suggest if you're really interested in this and you say, I want to understand this more, this is not too hard, but I want to just understand it better. There are some great videos on YouTube. You can look up any of these scientists, their name, look up their name and model, and you'll see videos explaining it, demonstrating it. Some of them, some more recent ones, they actually have pictures and videos of the scientists, and that may help broaden your understanding for these models, all right? So up through page 23, 24, it sounds more complicated. Don't get bogged down in, they have some formulas, E equals HF. You're not going to have to do any math in this PACE. Yay! We will in some future PACEs. So even though they show you some formulas and they show you some numbers, don't let it scare you. They just want you to get the big idea of how the model has changed, all right? We do need to talk about, before we get to the end of this PACE, the quantum numbers as covered on pages 24 through the end. So we'll come back and do a video for that.